Let us now have some awesome speedrunning with Peas showing off Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let's go!
Alrighty, good morning everyone. I'm Peas, and I'm kind of excited to actually run some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but we're not running the base game. We're running the what we call the DLC, this booster course pass. Before I even get into it, please get this DLC. Like this game is so much better with the DLC. You get 48 returning tracks and some tracks from Mario Kart Tour, and a couple of exclusive tracks that were ported to Mario Kart Tour. But with that out of the way, let's jump straight into it. I do believe that we have a bid war, and I hope there's a certain character that actually wins this. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is actually my main.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, let's go ahead and take one final look, one final refresh, and you are playing as your main Birdo, taking the cake at $75, leaving everyone in the dust. Well done, everyone.
Let's
go, Birdo!
Birdo also says trans rights, by the way.
Trans rights.
Because if you are a true Mario fan, you should know that Birdo was one of the first trans characters in video game history. So that's a little fun fact. But anyway, so let's go ahead and jump straight into it. We're not running with items. We gotta turn those off. But the CPUs are going to stay on, or stay on normal, because there's something called speed hacks that I want to avoid, and they're going to be important for one track in particular. I'm not going to spoil what it is. But anyway, so let's go ahead and select Paris, and we're going to go from here all the way to the Blue Shell Cup, and I'm not going to spoil what the last track is, but if you play the DLC, you already know what it is. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so for starters, we have the Mario Kart Tour track, Paris Promenade, and the nice thing about this track is it kind of introduces different routes that you can take, and it changes every lap. But in this case, it will not change on lap 2, it'll change on lap 3. So, I'm going to go ahead and, not get owned by the CPUs here. So you may notice that I started with 5 coins, which is great, but that's only going to work for this track as well. The big problem with Wave 1 is that there's barely any coins to collect, so the coin round is going to be a little bit intricate, as I like to say. So coins are important for Mario Kart, especially for Mario Kart 8, because they make you faster, and if you have 10 coins, you go your max speed. So you basically, for the most part on lap 1, we're going to be collecting between 8 to 10 coins, and we want to end with obviously 10 coins, but I believe there's only like a couple of tracks where we won't end up with 10 coins. So, and another thing is that the coins regenerate every few seconds, which means I'll have time to collect them in between laps, unless the CPUs decide to snatch them from me, which is not a big deal. So that's pretty much Paris for the time being. Laps 1 and 2, very straightforward. Spamming mini turbos, and you might be wondering why I'm not using Teddy Buggy and I'm using Baby Buggy instead. Number one, the Baby Buggy is my Kart child in this game. It's my most played vehicle. But also, you get slightly more mini turbos, or the speed, which is much more important. For straightaways, especially when you're trying to snake and things like that. So the Teddy Buggy, however, is the best kart to use in this, or I guess ATV/vehicle to use in this game. And you may also notice that I did not trick off that glider. I forgot to mention this earlier, but sometimes, in some situations, you will want to hold your mini turbo boost off of the ramp, which will make things much faster for you. But yeah, and that's Paris. And you may notice I basically raced the track in reverse. So that's Paris. Alright. So back to the whole Teddy Buggy, Baby Buggy thing. So in Wave 4, which is right around last year, Nintendo decided to buff the speed of the midweight characters and some vehicles that were not used prior to Wave 4. So mainly the meta was defined by Waluigi Wiggler and in some cases Waluigi Bitty Buggy. And Waluigi in particular, because he's one of the middleweight of the heavyweights, to put it into perspective. Good mini turbo speed, decent weight, and overall just a very broken combination. But that changed in Wave 4. So the Cat Cruiser would share stats with the Teddy Buggy. That was also within the buff. And so on and so forth. Now, also, the invincibility frames were also a really big change, but that's not going to matter here because we're going to race this without items, obviously. So we have like little to no chance of getting Mario Kart. The only way that I get Mario Kart is if a driving error happens, essentially, or I guess you could say speed hacks from the AI just screw me over. But for the most part, it's just human error, which is really nice about this category. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to get UMT into UMT, which is honestly fine. Doesn't really lose that much time. And as I was jib-jabbering, I actually forgot to get 2 coins, but you know what? It's okay. It's Toad Circuit. This track is not one of my favorites.
We are getting some Toad Circuit love in chat, though. So
yeah, I got to be careful about my opinions because I also play Mario Kart competitively, and there are tracks that I don't like to play. Toad Circuit is what I like to call a B button track, where if you know competitive Mario Kart, there are some strategies where you want to bag for certain items, basically the power items, just so that you can potentially dodge the lightning item and not get owned by the blue shell. All right, so this is Choco Mountain, a fan favorite from Mario Kart 64. And Mario Kart 64 is actually my favorite Mario Kart game of all time. Granted, my favorite track from the game is not in 8 Deluxe, unfortunately, which is actually DK Snuggle Parkway. But Choco Mountain is pretty good. This track also appeared in Mario Kart DS, so so one of my running jokes is, hey, I've seen that track before. So if you remember this track from way back in the day, hey, I've seen this track before. All right, so the really nice thing about Choco Mountain is that, I mean, they did put a glider, make the track a bit more interesting. But if we can set this up correctly, I believe I pulled this off on lap 1. You can just get the UMT, do some alignment hops, and just drift off of this glider here. Makes everything much faster. And for the most part, you won't get hit by the rocks. So, and that one little technique at the end, it's something called a counter slide, where you hop in one direction and then you drift in the other. Your mini turbos will come out slightly quicker than usual. And how I'm getting quicker mini turbos is I'm pointing my control stick in a 45-degree angle, or upright or up left, and we call that soft drifting. In a lot of cases, you're going to be softing just so that you can get your turbos out quicker versus going hard right and hard left. So the rollers also help with drifting. I'm using the blue rollers because blue is my favorite color, and it also matches with the blue bitty buggy. So, all right, hello Inkling Girl. Goodbye, Inkling Girl. All right, and that's Choco Mountain. So we're almost halfway done with Wave 1. Almost done. All right, so in just a few seconds, a certain meme is going to happen. And friends, you've just gotten coconut mauled. All right, this is a good track. Well, actually good in quotes, because some people do not like this compared to the original Coconut Mall. But I can assure you, this is a pretty fun track to drive in 8 Deluxe. So we're gonna pretend that I actually got that coin right there, which is honestly fine. There are more opportunities to get coins. So this middle section right here is very, very intricate. For lap 2 and 3, I'm gonna attempt to go for a fast strat. I'm not gonna be mad if I miss it because it's very weird to set up. So we're going to end with 8 coins here, which is honestly fine because we can still get the coins at the end. And like I said, the coins regenerate, so nothing to worry about here. You can actually trick off with the railings, which is really nice. So then we're just going to trick off with this. All right, here we go. We're gonna go for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, that's not the fast strat. It's close enough, though. So in situations like that, you want to slam the brakes, which is something called brake drifting. And I'll be doing quite a bit of that to get some intros out, and I gotta go wide to make sure I don't get owned right there. And unfortunately, the Mii's did not make a return in this track. That was like one of the best things about Coconut Mall was that your Mii like showed up at the end, but alas, Nintendo just, for whatever reason, did not want to bring that back. Still a fun track to drive, though. All right. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'll take this. I'll take it. So the other method is to actually go around, which it's safer and cool at the same time. But uh-oh, get away! Wow. Okay. That was close. All right. So we're halfway done with wave 1 here. Not too bad of a start. Not too bad. So this next half. I would like some opinions. This is considered the worst Mario Kart Tour track, and I can kind of agree with this. You'll see why. Well, okay, it's fun. The lines are fun, but driving this online, not that fun in my opinion. The only thing that's saving this track from just not being, bottom 5 in my personal tier list is this no item shortcut that's coming up here, or NISC for shorts. So we're just gonna do some safety hops there. Can I get this SMT? Yes. All right. And then, yes, you need to go wide to get these coins. So that way, you end up at 9, and then you can just play the game, essentially. So, like I said, Wave 1, for whatever reason, suffers from a very, basically, scarce amount of coins. So in a lot of places, it's going to feel like you're going to be slow, and that's kind of why. Make sure we don't fall off there. That was really close. I was trying to squeeze out some extra mini turbos there. All right. So lap 3 or section 3 of Tokyo Blur. It's kind of cool because the track is almost over. But there's actually this pretty important drifting technique that I need to go for here. And I probably just missed it because I whiffed the SMT as opposed to a regular mini turbo. So I'm going to get UMT into SMT here, which is honestly okay. Doesn't lose that much time. And we're just going to get an SMT glider off of here. And just like that, we're done with Tokyo Blur. All right. So coming up next, we have one of my favorite tracks to run in this game, and gotta be careful here because Shroom Ridge does not have any RNG. There's a certain pace that I need to hit, and it requires very good driving. So let's get it. All right, so we're gonna start off with getting 2 SMTs here, and I'll just go ahead and explain my strategies here. You can actually get that second coin there, but it's very inconsistent. There is a quote-unquote consistent way, but I've not seen many people do set strategy. You can just go get 2 coins here because at the end you'll get your 10th coin. So lap 1, very straightforward. We're gonna get these 2 coins right here. Go a little wide to do some alignment hops. Get an extra mini turbo here to charge SMT into SMT here. Well, pretend that was an SMT. Alright. You can see why I really enjoy playing this track because there's a lot going on. It's energetic. Make sure we don't hit this car right here. Pretend that was also an SMT. It's okay though because at this rate we're still gonna make this important cycle that's coming. Let me get out of the way. I can't tell you how many times I've had very close calls with these bots. Okay, SMT. This should hit it. Nice. All right. So hardest part of the track done. So now we can just finish this out, and then we have 2 more tracks from Wave 1, and one of them is fine, the other is not. And it's going to surprise a lot of you to figure out which track I don't like in this next couple of sets. Now, let me preface this by saying I've dumped a lot of practice time into them. I'm very consistent with it. It's just you have your favorite road and you have your least favorite road. Let's just put it that way. All right, so I forgot to mention at the beginning I put the bots on normal because if they're on hard at the beginning of this track you have the chance of getting bumped out of the line to take the leaf Nisk right there. So I'm also going to play very safe. This is where Teddy Buggy kind of beats Mini Buggy here because of the fact that it's slightly less mini turbo stat means it'll run out quicker to make the leaf Nisk. So what I'm going to do is go a little bit wide, and then right as my SMT comes out, oh, this might miss. Okay, nice, we got it. But yeah, right as your MT runs out, you want to release it, and then you get that Nisk for free. So I'm just doing some slightly coin collecting here because I want to be at 10 coins. This is unfortunately a bagging track where you're basically pressing the B button, trying to get a power item, and yeah, hopefully dodge the shock. I got to go a little wide here because Toadette is in my line. Nice. All right, that's 3 for 3. We take those. Can we get the 3 for 3 super bounce? Yes, we can. Nice. So, fun fact. A super bounce, well, not really a fun fact. Basic. Oh, nice draft. That's actually really good. Okay, we take those. Thanks, thanks CPUs. But anyway, a super bounce happens whenever you are basically releasing your mini turbo before hitting like a bouncy trickable object, basically. Like the tambourine on Music Park, that little flower on DK Jungle. I guess mushrooms in this case. All right, so Ninja Hideaway. This is the track that I do not like playing. I'm sorry. It's still aesthetically pleasing though. I'll give it that much. The nice thing about this track is there's also different routes you can take, but for this run I'm going to show the fast routes because it has a very important Nisk, and it's kind of a big reason why I don't like this track because of how important this Nisk is. Okay, nice, 7 coins. That's very good. So I didn't go for the Nisk lap 1 because it's faster to get the coins. So we're gonna end up with 10 here. Ending's also pretty straightforward. You want to get the MT and do 3 alignment hops. This might be a little scary though, so we don't trick off with this. Bam, bop, bada bop. All right, so this Nisk is coming up here. Gotta make sure to not be chicken. All right, so we're gonna start our drift here. Nice. All right, so I'd hit this Nisk again. That's the scary part. So that's actually the safer version, believe it or not, because instead of tricking, which will mess up your alignment a bit, you're basically charging either an SMT or a UMT, and then hitting the side of the plant. Nice, we got the ending trick there. 8 breaths, we got this. That looks good. Nice. And just like that, we can finish the track with no worries needed. If you like cool strats like that, there's more. Trust. There's more where that came from. Hello, Inkling Girl again. I thought she fell off the track. I have to brake a little bit because if I released it, she fell off. Cool. I was trying to see when she got back on the track. So, GG Wave 1. All right. So the next couple of tracks, there really isn't much going on. It's just me playing New York Minute and Mario Circuit 3, blah blah blah. So, JD, if you've got some cool things, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So, folks, remember, make sure that you are typing !donate in chat. to be able to put donations towards this awesome speedrunning marathon. Did you know that Midwest Speedfest 2024 is being re-streamed in Japanese by our friends over at Japanese Restream? You can find their channel at twitch.tv/Japanese_Restream. We've worked with them for several years now, and we're very grateful for all the work they do to bring marathons like ours to a larger audience.
Arigato.
Yes, indeed. So, if you are watching either here or across the big, big pond, definitely consider putting in those donations. Once again, we have a big incentive for the Frogger 2 upgrade to all gems, currently sitting at $137 out of $200. We just need $63 more to meet that incentive. Chat, I know you can do it.
Let's go. Get those donations in. I even have a certain name that tells you to donate, but I won't show that until the end of this run. All right, so New York Minutes. This is actually one of the only tracks that I played in Mario Kart Tour. Admittedly, I've barely played the game because I wasn't that much of a mobile gamer until, let's say, Puyo Puyo Puzzle Pop released. Shout out to Puyo Puyo, by the way, one of my favorite speed games or favorite games of all time series. All right. So next up, we have another track that appeared in Mario Kart Wii, even though it was originally from Super Mario Kart, the SNES. This, for some reason, they decided to bring the third track, but I say that because I'm assuming because Donut Plains 3 is in this game, they wanted to keep it consistent with Mario Circuit 3. So, and by the way, Donut Plains 3 is my favorite track in this whole video game. Just to point that out, but it makes me sad because we're not playing it in this run. Sobbing emoji. But yeah, so basically, there's nothing much going on with MC3 other than, you know, that NISC right there. It saves a little bit of time, so it's just straightforward driving, really. So, with that said, let's see. What is chat's favorite Mario Kart track? You know, let's go with that. What is y'all's favorite Mario Kart track? And also, audience, go ahead as well. I'm kind of curious to see the common favorite track of any Mario Kart game or really of all time.
I'm trying to think of my own. I mean, you could just go with the cliche Rainbow Road,
oh,
right?
Yeah,
but which one, right?
Oh yeah, which one exactly?
Oh, we got a Rainbow Road lover inside chat.
Yep.
We got Bojim saying that. Hyrule Circuit.
Oh, that's a
that's a good one. Oh, I missed one a couple earlier. We got Moonview Highway getting some love.
That's a good one as well.
Peas, I hear that someone says that you love Mario Kart Stadium.
Oh my goodness! Yep. I know exactly who says that.
Not naming names.
Yeah, not naming any names. So for context, I play competitive Mario Kart, and no, Mario Kart Stadium is not one of my favorite tracks. It's actually like one of my least favorites because of how many times it's picked online. It's so basic, really. But anyway, so this is the last time you'll see Mario Kart 64 in this run. So at the end, let's all say GG MK64, because for some reason Nintendo decided to not bring back any more MK64 tracks when they could have done Wario Stadium of all things, but no, they didn't want to. But yeah, so the nice thing about Katamari Desert is that you're just spamming MT, so it's really good snaking practice or just really just drifting, to say the least. But to add on to I guess if we're on the top of Rainbow Roads, my personal favorite Rainbow Road it's probably going to be a little cliche. It's GameCube Rainbow Road, actually.
Oh.
Well, it's between GameCube and the original N64 Rainbow Road. And I say original because I'm happy. Well, it's good that they turn it into sections in this game, but it just doesn't feel the same. They also removed the shortcut, which was a really big part of.
That is the big nostalgia there. Yes, of course.
But yeah, it's basically between GameCube and N64 Rainbow Road are just my favorites. Now, let's go ahead and what about y'all's least favorite Mario Kart track?
Well, let's see if chat is coming in with that, and or like also you could create a track or item donation train as well. We'd be happy to be able to read out those comments as well.
Oh yes, considering that there was a train on this track.
Hey.
Well, there's gonna be like another train very soon, so. Unfortunately, this is where I'm going to slightly lock in because Waluigi Pinball, this is another one of my favorite tracks to drive in this game. There's a certain pace that I have to hit at this beginning here. Well, actually, I'm going to lock in at the beginning. That's about it. All right. So all we got to do, get this empty right here. Go for this third coin. Go wide, and we should miss this. Nice. All right. That's important, by the way, because hitting that pinball, you get a completely different pace, and you just got to hope. And I got, wow, 2 points over that. Nice. You have to hope to not get owned at the end there. So there's no RNG on this track, too. It's just straight driving. All right, so we're going to go a little wide here, and then we're just going to be snaking. And the nice thing is I can get 2 coins right here, and we're already at 10 coins. Nice. So that's the safer strategy. Teddy Buggy is really good at missing that first cycle, going to the left. I went to the right because Bitty Buggy is a little slower, and that speed difference actually matters. So now we can just play this game. And fun fact, Waluigi Pinball is the only track in this game that has the repeat music with Wario Stadium. It would have been Mario Kart Stadium and Mario Circuit 8, but for whatever reason, Nintendo did not give us that duplicate music thing like they usually would. But it's fine because this is a banger. And yes, for those wondering, they did bring back the item roulette, doing the thing. The sound effect thing. You know what I mean. So lap 3 can be a little bit, the ending to lap 3 can be a little bit difficult. And yeah, this is one of the only tracks in the game where you want to bonk off of the wall because it's actually faster to do so. So brake a little bit here just to make sure I don't overdrift there. So get this SMT, and then keep going to the left, and we should be good. Oh yeah, we are so good. Whoa, that was scary. I almost spoke too soon. All right, and that's Waluigi Pinball.
Do we miss the GGN64? I think we did.
Oh, well.
Well.
I remember saying GG64. Yeah. At least I did.
There we go. And we did get some least liked tracks inside chat. Any guesses on any of the contenders there?
Oh, this is actually kind of tough.
Ooh.
There's okay, for me it's actually Excite Bike Arena. That's one of my least favorites.
Ah.
But I'm pretty sure it's not one of them because I know a lot of people like Excite Bike.
Yep.
Bone Dry can be one of them.
Oh, there's one that I feel like is a gimme inside chat here, and it's Baby Park do 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 Baby Park do 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 Baby Park do do do
Park on Enjoyers. That's fun. That's funny. That's actually funny. Wow.
I mean, if you want to watch NASCAR, right?
Now, okay, competitively, Baby Park is not fun. However, if you watch my streams, I'm a big Baby Park enjoyer because it's so funny. Basically, going for a star, holding it until lap 4, using it, and then potentially dodging a shock and getting first off of it. That's basically my strategy for it. It's so free. But if we're talking about this game's Baby Park, I don't blame you because Double Dashes and DS's Baby Park were just better, especially Double Dashes. With the whole special items and things like that. You know, I really hope that the next Mario Kart... Oh, I almost went the wrong way. I hope the next Mario Kart, they actually bring back the special items, because that really felt unique. And speaking of unique, check out this NIS. Nice, okay. I was too busy jib-jabbering, and I nearly forgot that lap 2 exists, and that NISC is actually kind of important. So, good thing we got past that. Now, this is the part of the run where I introduced the Kusan slide. It's actually called the slide jump, but you know, because Kusan, who's basically considered to be one of the best players of this game's entire competitive history, basically, when you land from a trick, you charge a mini turbo, and you get you can basically get a short burst of speed, and it's really good with tracks that have a ramp at the end, and then you just Kusan slide going into lap 4, and then bam, you save point 2 basically. I'll go for 1 when we get to the end of the Moon Cup. So, do I remember? Is there a Kusan slide on this track? Oh, there isn't. Okay. Well, now's the perfect time for me to play some music for you. So I'm gonna be quiet just for this section. All right, now you play the game. That's my favorite thing to do on Snowland. I was randomly watching a competitive stream one day, and whenever he was backing this track, because you actually press the B button on this track, he decided to basically do what I just did with the horn. And so basically, the strat that I'm going for is essentially what I would have done on lap 1, but because it's Snowland, we gotta have fun. So I call that the Snowland thing, because there's nothing else to call it. So, all right, this was one of my favorite tracks in the DLC, but my favorite track in this DLC, it's also a GBA track. And I'm pretty sure if y'all watch my stream, you know what it is, but. I'll give you a hint. It's one of the other GBA tracks in this DLC. You know, feel free to get your guesses in. It could be obvious, it could not be obvious. But anyway, that's Snowland. And we're almost done with Wave 2, so we've got 2 more tracks. And this one is actually one of the... some people like this, some people don't like this. I'm in the middle. Because Mushroom Gorge is very fun in speedruns, but online it is not fun, personally. Because of a broken item set coming up here, but we don't have to worry about that. So, haha. Okay, so that little drift strat that I did right there is something called a launch drift, where if you charge a mini turbo before a ramp, you basically you get launched. Okay. You know, I was thinking to myself, should I go for the cool strat? And then I went for the cool strat. So there's another cool strat coming up right here. So counter hop. Oh, that was really close. Nice. Okay, so that strat, it's kind of weird too, because normally you wouldn't really go for it. You would just go for the item set. But for a speed run, you would want to go for that, since it saves quite a bit of time. So what I'm doing right there is actually slamming the brakes mid-air, just so that get out of my line wiggler, just so that I don't overshoot it. All right, nice. Hello, Inkling Girl again. Can we get a hello, Inkling Girl? There. Looking pretty good so far. Oh, Toadette, get out of my line. So if you brake too much, you can miss the trick. So you basically have to brake just so slightly, and then you just get it for free. So, oh, she got last. That's unfortunate. Oh well. All right, so I forgot. So if you play this DLC already, not many people like Sky High Sunday, and I honestly don't blame them because it's fully anti-grav, and it's basically Excite Bike Arena, but you're going to the left and there's a glider, and no RNG. I personally think it's in the middle, simply because online you get 2 item boxes for free, and then you can potentially get double defense, and yeah, just don't get blued, simply. So one thing I also want to mention is that in Wave 3, or as of Wave 3, you can no longer get shocked off of the glider, which is really nice because some tracks were genuinely unplayable with the shock item just getting you like off this glider. And Sky High Sunday was among one of the worst ones because the respawn was punishing, genuinely punishing. So, like I said, I'm really glad that some tracks are played more now because of the fact that the glider target shock was just so broken pre-Wave 3. So, Sky Garden was also one of the worst ones to get target shocked off on, since the respawn point was just really bad. Like say you got TS stop at the end, you had to go all the way back before glider. So, yeah, not good. Actually, I can show the Kusan slide at the end here, because it's a straightaway. All right, and we're almost done with Wave 2, so feel free to GG Wave 2 at the end here. Oh, there's Inkling Girl again. Yeah, she's got to step it up, though, because Toadette is, Toadette can kind of catch up from here, you know? Oh, hello, Inkling Girl again. She's getting last again. That's so unfortunate. Why is she throwing? Come on, Inkling Girl. Quit throwing. All right. GG Wave 2. Okay. So, basically, we're almost halfway done with this run. It's crazy, because it feels like I'm just playing this game. And right then and there, we're already on what I like to call Station Square. And I forgot to mention... Hold on. I forgot to mention that London Loop is my favorite tour track in this game. Contrary to what some people may think about this track, I don't know why, but this track just I'm rocking with it. It kind of reminds me of Station Square for that reason, because of this music. Because you know, like the guitars. You know, it definitely, to me, it screams Sonic Adventure. So, but considering that this is a very long track, JD, if there's any special announcements or donations, anything important, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Peas. And folks, if you are just tuning in, you are watching Midwest Speedfest. We are supporting the P-Fund Foundation's Transcend campaign. The 2024 Transcend campaign is an immediate response to urgent needs facing trans and gender-expansive people living in or coming to the upper Midwest 5-state region of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, North Dakota, and South Dakota. So please type an !donate in chat. Donate to a good cause, put those donations to our awesome incentives that we have coming up later today. And if you're here in person, want to remind you that this event is taking place at VGM Con Sunshine Resort. VGM Con is an annual celebration in Minnesota that combines music performance with tournaments, indie games, panels, workshops, energy drinks, and a whole lot of fun. Its purpose is to create a community of engaged creators and fans around video games through unique experience you just can't find at home. The Midwest Speedfest team is grateful to once again be a part of BGMCon and would like to thank them for providing resources and support to help host our marathons.
Thank you so much for that. So we're almost done with London here, and I'm trying to think because really wave 3, it's got a couple of iconic tracks, but there's a certain track in this cup is definitely bottom 5. It is a track that originated from Mario Kart 7 and did not deserve, in my opinion, to be in this game over Maka Woohoo. That's my hot opinion. I'm sorry to anyone who I just offended regarding Rock Mountain. There is, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I can't blame the track just yet. Not just yet. So we're on Boo Lake. And I'm gonna give a quick shout out to one of my competitive friends, Plank. I call this track Plank Lake because every time he gets first in lounge, he picks this track, and somehow almost always gets winning music on it. So I'm just like, you know what, this is Plank Lake. So that trick right there is very, very important. Basically, just off those railings right there, you can actually get a low trick, but it's very inconsistent. So lap 1, I didn't go for that cut there because I needed to get coins. So we can just do it for laps 2 and 3. Like same notion as Ninja Hideaway. Hello, Wiggler. Goodbye, Wiggler. All right, now we're at 10. Oh no. Okay, that was close. I could have gotten bumped off the track there by Inkling Girl. Hello, Toadette. Get out of my line, Toadette. Thank you. Ugh. Sometimes when you tell the bots to get out of the way, they actually do get out of the way. So we're gonna go around this. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. If I held that UMT, I would have fallen off the track. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Ooh, safety calls right there. Gracious. All right. So. Now we can actually flame this track. Or at least I can. I don't know. I know there are people who like Rock Mountain, but I'm going to tell you right now, it was better in 7. It was so much better in 7. Considering the fact that Glider functions so much differently in this game versus 7, that it just feels linear to me. So, however, if you had mushrooms, then you can go fast here because they did keep in the ginormous shortcut that's like right past this glider here. So we're just the closest thing to a NIST that we can do is just this. So. And that basically this is this track is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So enjoy. All right. So let's see. What other types of chat interactions can I think of? Oh, I have a good one. So, which item does chat miss the most in Mario Kart? Me personally, I miss the fake item box. I felt like the item box was, or that the fake item box was one of the most. It was like a staple trick item, but for some reason they decided to get rid of it. I believe I can't remember. It wasn't 7. I don't think it was in 7. But I know Mario Kart 7 had items based on 3D Land, which is fine because fire is annoying. Because fire is annoying. The Tanuki, I felt different about. I don't know how to feel about Tanuki being an item. But yeah, for me, it was fake item box.
A couple of the chat votes here, missing the feather, being able to jump like that.
So the feather is in this game, but you can only play in battle mode.
Yep. And then the thundercloud was another one that came up.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, somebody likes ruining friendships, don't they? Because let me tell you, when I played Mario Kart 7 and did not see the thundercloud, I was so happy. Like, holy smokes. Alright, so we are done with this track. And so coming up next, we have a pretty good track from Mario Kart Wii. And believe it or not, 11 of the 15 MK Wii tracks are in this DLC. Or I'm sorry, of the 16 Mario Kart Wii tracks are in this game. It's crazy. Turns out that Mario Kart Wii is just the Mario Kart game of all time, and I kind of agree with that, actually. Alright, so Maple Treeway is basically Control-C, Control-V for Mario Kart 7, but they put back the half-pipes, and this is actually the first track to reintroduce the half-pipes. And they function different compared to Mario Kart Wii's in that they're basically it's basically anti-gravity, and for some reason they didn't put the half pipes in Wario's Gold Mine, which I know had half pipes in MK Wii. So I don't know, different business decision, I guess. All right.
As an aside, I do want to comment that the track is started out giving me some pretty strong Bluey vibes. And for those of y'all who were here earlier this morning where Cass had kicked off the day with an awesome Bluey run, this $5 anonymous donation is a callback to that. Why wasn't Bingo a selectable character in this game? I guess I have to put this to the bonus game instead. Let's go Bingo!
Let's go Bingo!
And that's right, there is an incentive to be able to upgrade Frogger 2 up to all gems. We still have a good amount to go, just over $50 to go. So please, let's get those donations in. That game is coming up.
Frogger's pretty cool. Personally, I have not played. I've maybe played like maybe 2 seconds of Frogger. I actually like named the Greninja after Frogger because I like naming my Pokemon after references. But if anything, Politoad's more of a no. Whatever. Same color scheme. There's too many frogs in Pokemon. Venusaur even, because Venusaur is somewhat of a frog. But anyway, so we're almost done with Maple Treeway here. Now here's my hot take. I personally liked the, I like Mario Kart Wii's version a lot more than 7's because, you know, no glider. The ending, you could just bounce on that little bridge thing, you know, get your tricks. But it's kind of cool that you're basically like flying through the forest here. So neither here nor there. All right, so we're halfway done with Wave 3, and we're starting off with another track that has a very important pace that I need to hit. But thankfully, I know if I have not so good driving, I can just bail out. So this beginning is very important, as already mentioned. So just gonna do a couple of alignment hops, do some snaking, some more snaking here. I'm trying to hit a cycle on lap 2, and I think I'm still in range for it. Let us find out. This is also one of those tracks where I can tell by the music whether or not I'm on a good pace. This looks good so far. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we still hit it. I just need to drive really well at the beginning of lap 2. So. I think aloud, so. All right, so do a little bit of snaking here. Oh, okay. Well, I may have to bail out now because I set up the drifts incorrectly. But let's see. I might be able to hit this. No, the truck's in my way, but it's okay. Going around doesn't lose that much time anyway. So, I mean, if anything, it's just extra credit. So, all right. So basically, Berlin Bio is not one of my favorite tour tracks to drive because it's so easy to bump out of the front. And lap 3 can get very chaotic, especially towards the end. But then again, it's Mario Kart. We all love chaos. All right, shout outs to the Womps right there. All right, so this ending is very interesting here. So get this empty trick. Well, empty trick. But in a more perfect world, I would have gotten that trick. But that's basically a setup for it. Oh, Toadette, get out of my way. Thank you. Okay. She almost outlined me by driving in a straight line. That's crazy. All right, so the next track, which is Peach Gardens, another one of my favorites in this DLC because of a very interesting change they did with this track. The only thing that I'll tell you is that pay attention to the arrows. Not this arrow. I just heard a Funky Kong sound effect. I am not going to be happy. All right, so the arrows to the left. Pay attention to those. It's not going to. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Right. So this track, pretty straightforward. It definitely looks refined compared to Wii and DS, especially Wii, because Wii was like more of a Control-C, Control-V, but they made it look good, like slightly good. But to tell you the truth, as time went on, Nintendo has definitely gotten better with redesigning, their tracks as opposed to making, like, what they did with Toe Circuit at first, making it not look as good. So that was a little bit of a slowness right there. What you want to do is release your mini turbo right before the grass cut there, and once your mini turbo as your mini turbo runs out, that's when you start hopping. So let's see if I can get this. Nice. So I didn't go for lap 1 because I needed to get coins. Oh, that's a good trick. So in some cases, you don't want to trick because you will land in a very bad spot. So, okay, Lemmy. Wait, what? Where are we going? I'm pretty sure we're not going the right way, right? Surely. So for some reason, they decided to make us race this track in reverse, which I guess makes sense because playing this track the same way for 3 times can definitely get boring. But I'm really glad this track definitely received the Karamari treatment. All right. Actually, I'm not gonna go for the strat. All right. High five. Down. Oh, okay. Down low. Nice. Alright, let's get this. Nice. That's really good. That's a very good cut right there. You may not see it, but that definitely saves time over going around. So, nice. The Peach Gardens is also one of my favorite tracks from the DS. So, all right. So we've got 2 more tracks in Wave 3. This is another track that people kind of don't like. For some reason, I'm a big Merry Mountain enjoyer. This track is fire. Even though Christmas was months ago. But I guess it's Christmas again. Alright. So there's another train. Yeah! Woo! Yippee! Train! That drops coins at this middle section, but we're not... Well, not here, but like this upcoming section, there's going to be coins. And we're not going to be getting them because they are in the slow path, and we don't take the slow path. Because we're already ending up with 8 coins, so we can just safely go around and just finish out this lap from here. So there's a glider that's going to come up at the end of lap 2, and we're not going to take the glider because it is slow. Fun fact. So in 200, you would take the glider, though, since it's slightly faster than just really going around.
And we do gotta go fast.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of trains that drop coins, I really would love to be able to see a $5 donation train going on. Started out by Just Nintendo saying, I caught the run in time. Good luck for the rest, and may there be no Lil Bro moments.
Let's go, Justin.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Justin.
So Justin actually got me into playing competitive Mario Kart, and literally special shouts to him, because if he didn't, I would not be playing this game fast right now, or let alone just playing this game a lot more in general. So so thank you, Justin, my goat. Yeah, there have not been major low bro moments. I'll give you that much. I did have some. What is low bro doing with his driving, but not like, what we like to call Mickey Mouse moments. Alright. So this ending, we're just going to do like that. Oh, I almost Kusan slid past Toadette there. Alright. So we can go ahead and get the GG Wave 3 ready, because we're almost halfway through this run. Almost halfway through, which is really cool if you ask me. All right. So we 3DS Rainbow Road, or as I like to call 7-Bow. This beginning is very intricate. Is an understatement. All right, so I'm going to go for fast lines here. Why wouldn't I? I say fast because I'm taking these coins so I don't slide off the track here. So go a little wide for the smooth bounce. Nice. 2, 3. So if you saw me shaking in the camera, which you probably should have, I'm trying to get something called a motion trick. If you're playing with the Pro Controller or Joy-Cons, you can shake the controller to get a trick. Kind of similar to tricking, with the Wii Wheel and such. But the reason why motion tricking is important for some cases is because, human input may not always work for some tricks, so you're better off just getting the tricks here, and it's fine if we missed that last trick there. Loses a little bit, but it's not too big of a deal. Just like that, we are almost done with Wave 3 here. So we don't take glider unless you want to get an item box here. We're gonna do 2 tricks and drift off of these last 2 ramps, and I'm gonna go for the funny Kusan side at the end. And I say it's funny because there is a little bro moment, but we don't get punished for it. Boink. Alright, so GG Wave 3, we're halfway done with this run, and this is where things are going to get a little bit tough. And Wave 4 is basically where the Yoshi class became so much better. Okay, I was afraid of burning out right there, so Amsterdam Drift. This track is beautiful, I'll give it this much, but I cannot name a time where I actually had fun playing this track online. Alright, so there are some cool things that happen here. The coin collecting is fine. Lap 2 is actually pretty good. The ending of lap 3 is where my dislikes for this track come in. So you want to take this path to get this coin. You don't even need to worry about hitting the trolley there. And then here, we're going to do some alignment hops just to comfortably get into the water here. And so, fun fact, I may actually get this wrong. Down tricking is, vertical tricking is faster than horizontal tricking because of the difference in animation in the water. So, it kind of makes sense too, because actually, not really so that it's just animation differences really. It's ever so slightly, I will say that. So a lot of the times when I'm tricking in the water, there'll be down tricks as opposed to side tricks. Okay, I meant to do 3 hops right there, but it's fine. This part here, we're just gonna get an empty trick, and this ending is a little bit weird. So we're gonna go for 2 S&Ts. You can go either furthest right, furthest left, because double boxes right there. But if the Romy's going to go in the middle, and this. Whoa. Okay. That ending there was on me, but it's okay. That's one track of wave 4 down, and there's more to go. Now, if any of you have guessed Riverside Park as my favorite DLC track, you'd be correct. This is such a good track, man. I was surprised when they announced this, but then the more that I played, I'm like, okay, this track is awesome. Because for some reason, most of the GBA tracks have jazz sound font, and I'm a very big jazz enjoyer. And the more that I heard this music, I was like, okay, this music is so good. So it makes this track much more enjoyable for me. Even though this is unfortunately a B button track, it's so beautiful, it's so awesome, man, it's so good. The trombones, so good. Alright. So these patuis right here, they will spit out potentially mushrooms, and if you have like a green shell, you can actually knock the mushrooms out of them, so that you can potentially get a boost past your opponent, or you can dodge the blue shell. Which that hasn't happened to me before, but I've seen a Twitter clip where someone dodged a blue shell with a Tui mushroom. Alright, you do want to be careful to not hit them though, which really isn't that difficult until here. Alright, so this is basically the calm before the storm. When I say calm before the storm, this next track that's coming up, I actually don't like this one at all either. The casuals, however, enjoy this track right here. Say hello and welcome back to DK Summit. Oh, brother. Now you might be wondering, Pete, why do you not like this track? I'll tell you in a minute. It's coming up. That's all I'll say. It's coming up. Actually, one big reason why is because of the lack of coins. So if you don't get coins, you're going to be very slow here. So right here, this is fine. Good setup. Right here. Okay. So yes, while they brought back the double cut, the setup for it can be a little inconsistent. And that's a little bro moment, but that's unfortunate. To me, that felt really fast, but I think with that alignment, I landed slightly before the boost panel, and because that happened, I got pace locked and I hit the Shy Guy for it. So it's not that big of a deal. That's like the only big mistake in this run so far, and I mean it's not too big of a deal. all I care about is basically the double cut more than anything. Alright, not gonna trick here. Okay, this should be good. Okay. I might hit this again, actually. No, I will not. Okay, we're chilling. So I would go for a different ending here, but I was a little low on coins, so might as well just grab some while we can. Whoop! Okay. I was trying to set up Fast Glider, and what Fast Glider is, if you hop at the right frame or whatever, it's kind of weird to explain. If you hop at the right time, let's say, you basically get shot off on the glider, and it's you just go fast, basically. Alright. This should be good. I'm gonna break a little bit here. That's fine. Missing the, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate we missed the boost panel there, but we did not have to worry about that Shy Guy, and we're done with this track. Finally. Alright. So, this next track, the design is really cool. It's very hard, and this is probably the only difficult track that I actually enjoy playing. So my niche is playing tech tracks that are fun, and this is one of them. So actually yesterday, I spent at least a little over an hour improving my time, and I kid you not, I actually improved this in time trials by around 2 seconds, which kind of surprised me. When I was figuring out what I was doing wrong, it was basically how I was driving laps 2 and 3. So now this track is the reason why I have the CPUs on normal, because there's a chance that they'll hit this secret cloud coming up here. So what I'm gonna do is hold my UMT until here, hit this cloud here, and if they hit it lap 2, that's bad, because that's a different cycle that I'm gonna have to hit. I want them to hit it on lap 3, which actually happened in my run from a couple of days ago. So we're going to hold this SMT through the tunnel here, get another SMT here, and then we're just going to UMT off this glider again. I think I should be in the line to go for this for lap 2 strat here. Okay, nice. They didn't hit it. Nice. All right. So the nice thing about lap 3 setup is that there's a chance that the bots will they'll hit it, but then even if they didn't hit it, I can basically guarantee to hit it with the setup. All right. So get UNT glider off of here. Let's see if they hit it. Oh, someone hit it! Wow, okay. What do you know? Thanks, CPUs. Had my work cut out for me. Nice. I'm gonna clip that, actually. All right. So that's basically the hardest part of wave 4 done. There is one more difficult track in wave 4, which is coming up after this next track here. Bangkok is actually a pretty fun track to run. So in my PB, I went for the new coin setup, but I unfortunately did not save any time because I can't remember where exactly I lost time. But the only issue with this track is, you know, coins are very scarce here. So, oh, okay. Well, I was gonna get those 2 coins, but oh well, it's fine. We can still end up with 10 towards the end here. I'm still gonna go for the same setups here. So, but yeah. Let's see. I think for the next couple of tracks, JD, if you got anything. There's really nothing much to talk about on this track.
No worries, and hopefully those coins come your way. Folks, if you are here in the room, Midwest Speedfest would like to send a special thanks to LPAV for providing PVMs, projectors, and cameras for our marathon since 2017. LPAV has been Minnesota's trusted video and audio vendor since 2003. Having worked with companies such as Mountain Dew and Microsoft, you can trust LPAV will do it right the first time. Please support them by checking out their eBay store, which you can find in our Twitch bio, or by typing !LPAV in chat. And if you're tuning in online, you are watching Midwest Speedfest 2024, a charity speedrun marathon live from BGM Con Sunshine Resort near Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're live all 3 days of this convention this weekend, showcasing amazing speedruns like this one, and raising funds for P-Fund Foundation. To donate, go to donate.midwestspeedfest.com or type !donate in chat and follow the link. And what is P-Fund, you may ask? Well, P-Fund, we are supporting P-Fund Foundation's Transcend campaign, and the 2024 Transcend campaign is an immediate response to urgent needs facing trans and gender expansive people living in or coming to the upper Midwest 5-state region.
Whew. Alrighty. Had to take a quick drink there because all this yapping kind of does something to the vocal cords there.
Combined with all this all-star driving too, Peas, you are absolutely killing it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So speaking of favorite tracks, can y'all agree? I don't know if this is true or not, but the DS Mario Circuit is considered to be the best Mario Circuit, and I feel like I have to disagree with on that one because Mario Raceway is right there. Then again, that track is more nostalgic to me than DS Mario Circuit. But also Mario Kart 7's Mario Circuit is right there too. Even I guess Double Dashes. I feel like at this point GC and Mario Circuit is underrated now. It was only popular in Wii. I kind of forgot its design until I saw someone play Mario Kart Wii, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I remember this from this game and Double Dash. But yeah, this is for whatever reason the most popular / best Mario Circuit. Which I guess in this game it's not so bad, even though this is a B button track. That little NISC does save a little bit of time. Link, you almost ruined my race there. No RNG there either. It's just Piranha Plants just spitting fire. I didn't realize they were into SoundCloud music, spitting that fire. Anyway. All right, so that is DSMC. And speaking of Mario Kart Wii, or in this case Double Dash, we have this is one of my favorites in Double Dash, but competitive players don't. Okay, some of the top competitive players really love this track. Others don't because of how slippery this is. So this is Waluigi Stadium, and I was really happy when they announced this because, again, this is one of my favorites in Double Dash, and I enjoy playing this in Wii. Okay, nice. We got the Kusan slide into the ramp there. Coins are very scarce on this track too. Oh, I didn't get that trick there, or the MT, but that's fine. We still go around. And believe it or not, that's actually easier than what I used to go for. So the half pipes, all I really do here is just ride up and then tap R to get a little air hop, so that I'm not just flying all over the place, really. All right, so that's basically how you play this track. The ending is very, for me, it can feel a little inconsistent because of the fact that if I don't get the Unity in the right direction, I'm not able to snake. So, all right, hop a little bit here, angle left, nice. So there is a faster way to get this, or basically get that cut, but it's very difficult. And that half-pipe section is also difficult. This is basically the easy and consistent way of doing it. You would actually do 2 hops on that half-pipe. You can get around like 5, and then you basically, it's called turn skip, where you just skip that entire sharp turn. Well, not really like skip the whole thing. It's just faster than just essentially just going around. Okay, I'm gonna just go for it anyway because I was not getting the empty tricks. So, all right, and we're almost done with Waluigi Stadium. So this was actually pretty good. All right, okay, that's not so bad. So. This is one of the only tracks where you're not going to end up with 10 coins unless you're playing, of course, in the speedrun, because of where the coins are placed. Rosa took glider, but I wasn't fast enough to pass her. Unfortunate. All right, so we're almost done with Wave 4, and coming up we have. I would argue this is probably one of the more underrated tour tracks. Probably, it's slightly more popular than London, but Singapore is really cool. And a beautiful track in general, so. So, believe it or not, the no item record for this track is under 2 minutes. and I'm still confused as to how they even got that. Like it's like I think my fastest time is like 2 minutes and 4 seconds to put in perspective. It was like 159 or 158. It was 159, and I'm like, I don't know how you could sub 2 minutes on this track, but my best guess is that it's just really good driving and really good usage of snaking and using mini turbos here. So thankfully the coins regenerate because again this track suffers from the wave 1 treatment of coins just being scarce. We're gonna go a little wide here to get these coins. We're gonna bonk up this wall because, funnily enough, it's actually faster than just not bonking it. So to get those coins right there. All right, I'm just gonna trick off of this glider here. Trick the geyser. All right. So lap 3 of this track is probably one of my favorite lap 3s in the game, minus the ending, of course, when playing online. I think it's just really cool. Actually, there's a soccer field, or I guess a football field, just past here. And at the beginning, if you get hit off the glider, you actually land in the soccer field. So you can just, play the friendly ball game that you use with your foot. All right, bonk this wall here, and we're just about ready to GG the wave 4, because waves 5 and 6, there's only one scary track in wave 5. I'll tell you right now, the scary track in wave 5, it was actually mentioned earlier. When we were talking about favorite tracks. That's your only hint. All right, so we're starting Wave 5 with Athens Dash, and at first I didn't like playing this track online, but the more that I was driving it, the more that it kind of grew on me. So at the end of this track, we're going to play a little bit of the Cha-Cha Slide, but replace Cha-Cha with Kusan. That's how I like to call it. And you can actually land in that little pit right there, but I was not in the right line to land there. But it's fine, because here, we're still going to take that Nisk, which saves a little bit over just driving around, if you do it correctly, of course. And this is one of the only other gliders where you do want to get a trick off of it, because if you try to low glider it, you will slightly undershoot it, and it's just not good. So, I'm going to admit a little skill issue on my end. There's a Nisk that's like right here, but I haven't really practiced it to really set it up, or at least to know how to do it without falling off the track. But it saves a little bit, but it's one of those things where you have to do it correctly in order to save it. It's missable, so which is why I don't personally go for it. So, Kusan slide here. So we're not playing the Cha-Cha Kusan slide yet. At the end, we'll be dancing to it. So this trick I hope to get 1, 2. Oh, okay. Well, you can actually get 2 tricks off of that little middle section into that little lip right there, but no big deal. So this ending part, there's actually a little tunnel right there, a little cave, where the extra box set, we can get it. It's slower though, but just use it when you need to. 2, 3, 4, slide to the right, trick, slide to the left, finish. All right, I came up with that bit like the last time I streamed this, so. All right, so we're almost done with wave. No, we're not. We just started wave 5. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This run is going by so quickly. We are over halfway done with the run, though. All right, so Daisy Cruiser is. It wasn't one of my favorites in Double Dash. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it like that until this game. I like picking this track starting it first because it's very easy to get a breakaway, and it's actually really easy to know how to drive this section right here, because that's like all you do. You either snake or you just do alignment hops to avoid hitting the dining tables there. Now this track did change in that the dining tables don't like constantly move, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know, like they kind of made this track much easier to do in this game, and we don't want to hit that Goomba. Nice. The only not so good thing about this track is the beginning can be a little rough in that someone can just spam a red shell at you and maybe not get hit by the blue / getting punished for it, because the best strategy for Mario Kart is to not you do not want to be in first for 60% of the race. You want to let first take the blue shell unless they pull a horn, and then of course you can just spam reds them afterwards. All right. It's actually funny how there are 2 beach-themed tracks that came out when Wave 5 did, but it makes sense, though, because Wave 5 came out around July, which is, of course, during the summer. So we got basically... Whoa, Lemmy! Okay. That's a little bro roller right there. I don't know what he was cooking. Like, I don't know why he was in my line. But anyway, I was really happy to see this track return. Granted, Peach Beach wouldn't make sense because it's a Mushroom Cup, and I believe the last Mushroom Cup track we played was Riverside Park from Super Circuit. So after that, it's just Flower and Up. And speaking of Moonview, and this pace doesn't, or I guess those boost panels do not look good. So this track is RNG in terms of where the boost panels are placed. Of course I want Time Trial Cycle because it's the one that I'm most used to. But there are some boost panels that are faster than TT Cycle, but I don't know if I've gotten it. So let's see. Okay, this looks close to Time Trial Cycle actually. We're gonna use this one to get the coins. Oh, okay, yeah, this one does not look good because I had to go wide to get that boost panel there. The ending one though is good. So, all right, so the RNG is again the RNG is not with the cars; it's with the boost panels. And whoa, okay. So that's one of those cases where you have to let go of the accelerator when things like that happen, because if I accelerated, I would have hit the car and lose a little bit of time. So, so with that reason, I'm gonna have to go a little wide at the beginning, before the middle section of lap 3, because the car is gonna go in a particular direction where if I try to go tight, I'm going to get hit by it. So this beginning, it's just going to be same as last time, except just not going all over the place. Pinball moment. So the bomb car is going to be coming. Don't hit it. Thank you, CPUs. So we're going to go wide here, because like I said, if I went tight, I was going to bonk the car. So we don't want to do that. All right. So, make sure to not go over there. And I think the bomb car is going to go into the... Oh, gracious. Whew, that was a good bailout there. I almost charged an S&T. Yeah, okay. So this is actually slower than usual because the bomb car would be right before the finish line, and I usually like to run into it, you know, like as I finish, just to be funny. But, you know what? It's okay. At least we're done with Moonview. It's one of my favorite tracks in the DLC, funnily enough. But anyway, so now this is I like to call the self-care track. Not many people like Squeaky Clean, which is kind of surprising. This track kind of has grown on me because, for what it's worth, it's actually a tech track. Because not many people actually know that you need to drift off of the sponges and basically off the sink, basically. But there's actually a NISC right there, but I personally don't go for it because it's one of those things where if you mess it up, you lose quite a bit of time or you bonk walls. It doesn't really save that much either. So, all right. Only go for what you know is going to save a lot of time. That's my best advice for this kind of run. Because with no items, you know, there's no items involved. It's only human error. So unless you're willing to just go for like optimization, just go for consistency and go for something that you can finish in a really good timely fashion. So. That's why this run is so much fun and why I barely have to reset, because I just play the game and you know, just go fast. Simple. All right, so this new path opened up here, and in 200, you actually take this top path all 3 laps because of the difference in speed. So, oh, nice, you got the UMT. So let's hit this right here. 2, 3. Can I get the trick? Nice. So it's really hard to get the 4 tricks right there because you're going so fast. All right. So normally, that Nisk, you would just skip. You know, you basically take the cut past the running ring, or I guess the ring, and again you would save a bit. I thought about going for it, but I was like, I'm gonna just do what I usually do. Can I get the low trick? Okay, that's fine. Hello, Inkling Girl. All right. So we are halfway done with Wave 5 now, and I believe the first track of this next half, I don't like this one either. But the only reason, the only way that I can think positive about LA Laps is this is basically Emerald Coast. Because of the music. Well, not really because of the music. I just think because of the track layout, it kind of screams Emerald Coast. So, at least the beginning of the level. But yeah, so there is a Nisk at the beginning here. But the funny thing is, I actually take this path to get the coins. Actually, you know what? I thought I was in a good line to take it, but it's all good. So you actually want to get an SMT right there, and well, if I had gotten the SMT, that would have been a free Nisk, but you know, I just wanted to go for it. Because normally this track is played, you know, getting a mushroom and then just running it up. Just take that cut and then you can get a breakaway. Shout outs to Mario Baseball, one of the best, my personal favorite Mario sports game, outside of, you know, this game. I wish they brought the game over to the Switch. So good. All right, so section 2 of LA Laps is actually good, driving wise. Do some alignment hops here to get this boost trick. Now the ending, if you've watched my streams, 8 times out of 10, it's like one of the worst experiences ever in a Mario Kart game. So get this extra miniature over here, and we're just gonna go around. Not take the glider because it's actually slower. The only reason why you want to take the glider is in case lightning happens or you need boxes. And so we like to call this part the least normal LA Laps ending. I mean, that's the cool part. You can just drive around that cut there. Bam. All right. Okay, so with LA Laps done, I believe. Okay, okay. I forgot Sunset Wilds is before Koopa Cape, so this track actually grew on me. At first I thought this track was boring, but I hit the time trials on this one day, and holy moly, this track is actually fun to drive. The music is also really good too, and if you follow my stream, there is something called a Shy Praise, because shouts to the Shy Guys. Oh, rip. Not a good Nisk, but that's okay. Look at them doing the work. All right. Okay. So that ending is important. Basically, getting the empty trick at that part, and then just tricking off of that. All right. So this part is called, I like to call this the monkey ball wire. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So you can actually get an extra mini turbo, but to play it safe, I'm just going to not do that and just go for the UMT and get the tricks right there and just run this for free. All right, so this is also GG Super Circuit, because this is the last GBA track that you'll see in this run. And unfortunately, the sun doesn't set. That's also why I didn't like this track, because they took away what really made Sunset Wilds. The sun set on lap 3, but alas, it's just we're not burning daylight. All right, so next up, ooh. So next up we have Koopa Cape. Water tracks kind of make me a little thirsty. All right. So Koopa Cape kind of is basically Control-C, Control-V from Mario Kart 7. And granted, they did bring back the what's it called? The half pipes. Okay, I'm actually glad that I hit that, because I was like, wait a minute, I don't coast outside on this part anymore. So yeah, this is one of the tracks that I actually improved beforehand, because I was wondering why I kept losing time, and it turns out that I only need to do the extra movement. So Koopa Cape is actually pretty good if you're not starting in first, because basically if you start with coins right at the start, you can basically drive past first for free. Cut across this grass here, and then we're just gonna go all the way around and cut, and I'll make that disc right there. And do bitty buggy things, get the extra MT because we like to go fast. And that's basically Koopa Cape from lap 2 and 3. All right, so we're almost done with Wave 5. JD, now's a good time to hop on in and just, any cool announcements? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a cheering on $20 donation from Dante that says, "Gotta go fast. Vroom!" And indeed, that donation is going towards the P-Fund Foundation's Transcend campaign. If you're curious, the Transcend campaign is raising funds for distribution to partners across the upper Midwest doing on-the-ground work to protect and assist trans, non-binary, and gender-expansive youth and adults. Examples of how these funds will be used includes covering tuition costs for remote schools that are welcoming to all gender identities in cases where students' local districts are not safe spaces for trans and queer youth. So folks, let's get those donations in, ! Donate in chat, and don't forget to put it towards those incentives.
All right. So we're almost done with Wave 5 here. I was actually practicing this track earlier because there can be another little bro moment, and this is one of those cases where I've been getting a lot faster at this game, and because I'm getting a lot faster, I'm making more mistakes. So I'm trying to figure out, what I can do best to avoid said mistakes. There's a certain pace that I have to hit, and compared to pinball and Shroom Bridge, the mistakes can happen anywhere, and if I make one, the ending is just not going to be good for me. So I do have a way of bailing out on the ending, though. It's more or less reactionary for me. So Vancouver is a really cool track. I think this is how you actually do this beginning right here. Yeah, you snake then get the SMT. I didn't think about it until just now. I was like, wait a minute, I can just snake and get the SMT. So thinking on the fly is also really important when it comes to playing Mario Kart in general, especially when you're just driving and nothing's going on, trying your best to not fall off the track or get hit by anything.
Good life advice there, honestly. Good life advice.
Yes. All right. So you don't want to trick off of that ramp there. because you get the UMT, and then you can just start snaking in the middle here. All right. So, if my calculations are correct, nerd emoji, I should be able to get the cycle for free. That's a nice UMT. SMT here. Low trick there. You know, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, nice, we got it. Very good. Very good, Vancouver. Holy smokes. All right. That's the reward of playing fast. Nice. All right. So with that, we have 8 more tracks left. We're almost done. But yeah, quick shout outs to Speedfest for letting me run this game. Shout outs to friends, family, market community, things like that. I would not be here today if it wasn't for y'all. So on and so forth. I'll save the plugs until the very end. I just wanted to get those shoutouts now while I had that fresh in the mind, because you know we gotta keep things going. You know, gotta keep it going. All right, so Rome is a really cool track. I'm not gonna go for the entry trick there because it is very precise to set up and very easy to miss. So you're better off just getting a low trick right there. Get that free coin for the mole, and then we should be good to go. This track, I don't see this track as really difficult. It's very slippery. I'll give it that much, but it's beautiful to say the least. Get tricks off of here, and then an extra trick here. All right. So this part right here, if I was playing online, this is usually where the blue shell or shot comes, and it's not a good time. Well, oh, one of the bosses just disappeared. I think they probably fall off the track, but no matter. All right. You don't want a low glider here because, unfortunately, you can't trick off of those stairs there. You're just gonna have to, go around like so. All right, chain chomp, jump scare. Oh dear. That's fine though. I was trying to go for a empty trick, but clearly I was not in the right line to do so. All right, so we do not want to hit this glider ramp here. All right, and this ending, all we got to do, bam. That's Rome. Whoop. Okay, I'm trying to remember what comes after Rome. Is it DK Mountain? Does DK Mountain come after Rome? Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm trying to remember the track order. And unfortunately, this is the last GameCube track of this run. Shout out to the GameCube, my favorite console of all time. Double Dash is not my favorite Mario Kart game of all time, though. It's just it's just GameCube, which is why I really love it. All right. This is also one of my favorite tracks to drive as well. So, also the music, such a banger. All right. So, trick here, empty trick. Okay. So that could have been a little faster, actually, but we take those. There's another setup where you can actually get an SMT. Yeah, you can get an SMT before that second ramp there, but I personally don't go for it. It's one of those easy to miss things that doesn't save that much time. It's like if you play this track a lot, you would definitely go for the SMT and have no issues with it in general. Also, you don't really get an item box for doing so, or at least you don't get the double boxes. So you may notice that I'm holding down the glider for whatever reason. You maintain a bit of your speed when you land from the glider if you hold down or down left, depending on the nature of the turn. Okay. So now, same setup for the cut. I will say though, having played this track a lot more compared to Double Dash and Wii, I definitely like the way that you set up the cut. So to each their own though, because many people prefer like the way you set up in Mario Kart Wii, and of course in Double Dash because it's much more difficult to do so. Ooh, we should make it nice. That's the first. That's actually the first time on this track. Well, I guess the only time that I actually got it right, like the faster. But you know, it's fine. All right, yep, get out of the way, Funky. Also, the bots can actually bump you off at the cut there, so thankfully that didn't happen. All right, so next up we have Daisy Circuit. I remember. And funnily enough, this is not GG Wii. Whoa, did I spoil like the last track? Not really. But yeah, thankfully this is not like the last Wii track we're going to be seeing. But unfortunately, that was the last GameCube track we were going to see, so GG GameCube. Or I guess GG Double Dash. So this track doesn't make sense if you're playing it fast. The fast record spams SMTs at that section right there, and I haven't actually sat down to like learn how to consistently get those SMTs fast, which does save quite a bit of time. And considering that there's no shortcuts that we go for here, it's like, okay, what in the name of optimization? That was a what in tarnation joke, but with optimization, or what in optimization. All right. This track is also really nice. Funnily enough, it was actually the first Wave 6 track to be revealed, and Nintendo was like, we're gonna save that information for later. This, like I said, nothing much really going on with this track. The shortcut we don't go for because you do need a mushroom. But you know what? For the fans, I'll go for it. You'll see how much time it loses. It's also pretty easy to just like, you know, not really about blocking. So what I'm gonna go do is go for UMT. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't save time at all. It's a good spot for a glider. Yeah, it's a good spot for a glider though. Makes sense. All right, and just like that, we're basically done with Daisy Circuit, but it's not GG Wii just yet. Hello, Inkling Girl, again. Hello, Koopa. Oh, he just bumped Toda out the way. Wow. What a way to cheat out a spot. 2 spots, actually. All right, so the next couple of tracks, they're going to be the final 2 Mario Kart Tour tracks back to back. Even, by the way, I forgot to mention, even though the tour abbreviation is not before like Piranha Plant Cove, Ninja Hideaway, those tracks did appear in tour first, but they're not city tracks. So Nintendo basically considers them as Mario Kart 8 originals, which is very false. All right, so this track is probably one of the coolest in terms of shortcuts, and this is also one of those tracks where I can tell by the music if I'm on a good pace or not. So let's see. Okay, this is basically in the middle. Not too bad. All right, so this part we're just gonna UMT around this cut here, release it right in this dirt well. Make sure it's not touch more dirt. And then get your coins. And there we go. So section 2 of this track is actually the hardest part of this track. Ooh, make sure not to hit that. Nice. Okay. Nice. If my alignment is good, I'm gonna go for a very difficult Nisk. Oh, this looks good. Well, okay. Well, look, you know what? That's difficult. We take those. All right. So, a quicker way to do that cut, you actually go even tighter. But I was afraid of bonking the coral there, so I just chose to bail out. I still basically got the NISC. It's just better than losing 3 seconds. So if you hit, like say if you hit a Shy Guy, for example, you don't lose that much time. You lose like at worst 2 seconds. If you burn out, you lose 2 seconds. If you fall off the track, it depends. It's either between 3 to 5 seconds, depending on the track. Like we would Rainbow Road, you don't want to fall off the track there because you get a long respawn there. Bowser's Castle 3, you also don't want to fall off on there. I think some quote-unquote specially made tracks, you lose quite a bit of time if you fall off there. So, all right. So this is the last Mario Kart Tour track, and what a way to end the tour tracks. And also this is the final cup of the run. What a way to end off the tour tracks with Madrid. So I like to call this track Dark Pit's theme, because if you listen very closely to the instrumentation, it sounds very close to Dark Pit's theme from Kid Icarus Uprising. Right. Nice. Decentness, we take those. All right. Like, this track is kind of scary at the end of a run too, because you have to go for that NISC. It's much faster than going around, but thankfully, it's I wouldn't say simple. Once you figure it out, it's not that bad at all. All right, I'm not gonna go for the empty trick here. I'm just gonna hold forward, go through that little section right there, and that's pretty much at least for this part of the track. Let me see if I can get this though. Check off of here. Nice. So that doesn't save time by any means. It's just cool that they put a trickable railings right there. So, all right. So this is basically the same thing as section 2. Whoa, I'm a buckle off there. But this ending is a little bit interesting, to say the least. So this part, pretty normal. We're gonna actually not gonna Unity here. Oh, look at that! Shoutouts to FIFA. All right. All right, that's that. GG Mario Kart Tour. All right, so, and this is also gonna. So the next 2 tracks, they're gonna be. I guess next 3 tracks, they're the final tracks of their respective games. So Ice World, I was a little upset that they put this in over Airship Fortress, because that slot was it could have been anything. We all thought that it was going to be meant for like Airship Fortress or something. I thought they were going to put back in Piranha Plant Pipeline. Or, whoa, I almost did that incorrectly. But no, they instead did Ice World, and this was my least favorite track of all time in Mario Kart 7. But the funny thing is, this is my favorite runner, well, second favorite runner in this game next to Donut Plains 3. So if you know my stream very well, I picked this track starting in first. And for the most part, I do get a free run on this because I would argue this is a skilled track, and not many people have actually taken the time to time trial this. But as you improve at the game, you will see some people actually go for the correct lines, and that trick is actually it's difficult, but it's consistent to get that mini turbo trick off of the thing there. And I think they put the half pipes just to ensure that you can get that top path, because it's miles faster than just going underwater. But yeah, so what a way to bring back like a track that not many. Okay, I feel like a lot of people who enjoy Rosalina enjoyed this track, and that is a bad draft because that cancels my drift. Thanks, Wiggler. I was actually on pace to hit it, but because of that draft, it actually it has more priority over mini turbo boost, so everything just canceled out. So that little ending, that little NISC right there, it doesn't save time, and of course unless you go the path that I just went, and of course you set it up correctly. But again, it saves like only minuscule amounts, but you have to do it correctly in order to save said minuscule amounts. All right, so that's GG Mario Kart 7. We have 2 more tracks of this run. One being BC3, and of course the Rainbow Road that everyone loves. Yippee! All right, so I did not get the NT right there, which is honestly okay. I'm gonna go for the same setup anyway for laps 2 and 3. So I learned this the other day. You want to go for 2 SMTs there, at least on Biddy Buggy, because it's faster than just getting the UMT and stuff like that. And this is the path you want to take if you're doing this with no items. Alright, so I'm just gonna go to the right here. If you get an earlier trick, you can trick off with a flop there. Okay. So in my PB, I think I got like 3 for 3 coops on slides. So yeah. That, of course, yeah. That's the only scary part about this track is that the lava thing right there. But if you just know that it's coming, you just go a little ways to the left and you just get it for free. So.
With it so close to the end, do you mind if I sneak in a little announcement?
Go for it.
All right, folks. We are coming up near the end of the run. Frogger 2 is our next game, but that incentive still has a little bit to go. We're at 162 out of $200 donations to upgrade that category to all gems. That's just $38, chat. I know that we could make it. Let's get up from that any percent to all gems. Let's go.
Let's go. Get those all gems. Yes. Yes, get those donations in. It's almost over. All right. 1. That's fine. So there's actually a Kusan slide at the end, but you got to do it correct because if you slide off the track and not get the finish, that means you did it wrong. So with that being said, we are down to our last track of the entire run. Obviously, this is not going to be PB pace, and I actually forgot to play something very important at the end of Yoshi's Island, but honestly, like, that's okay. All you need to know is that it's basically the ending music from Yoshi's Island, and it sounds really good. So I thought about just like letting y'all hear it, but then I forgot. I was so into the run that I forgot, but it's okay though. I did the Snowland thing for the fans. So Weibo is pretty straightforward. It's much easier compared to Mario Kart Wii, which is kind of one of the reasons why I personally didn't really like it at first. But it's all good though because with it being 8DXified, it's straightforward and pretty easy to not fall if you do everything correctly, and also it's easier to take that little NISC after the waves. Right. So good. Alright. So get up, so turns off the half pipes here. Yeah, it's literally straightforward for all 3 laps. Now I was worried that they were going to shorten this track to maybe 2 laps. But I'm glad we get the full experience here. And also, if you complete the DLC in Grand Prix mode, you actually get special credits, which is really cool. And I'm surprised they actually put credits for the DLC. I was afraid that it was just going to be regular, like Mario Kart 8 credits, but they actually they really went all out for the credits at the end. So. All right. So I'm trying to think of just anything else because really, like, that's about it for me, really. Time will be whenever I cross the finish. Just a heads up. Which will be in about, like, 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Actually, no, 20 seconds. So I hope you all enjoyed this run. Get this DLC. If you have NSO Online already, you can get it. Also, time. But yes, you can get this DLC. It's like $25, which is honestly worth it for 40 additional tracks. It's worth it. But also, most importantly, do this. Most importantly, you must. But yeah, with that said, again, shout outs to friends, family, community, Mario Kart community, my community. Let's see, if you enjoyed what you just saw, and if you want more of my energy, go ahead and follow me on twitch.tv/peassmb. That is also my Twitter, peassmb. The SMB does not stand for Super Meat Boy. It does not stand for Super Mario Bros. It stands for Super Monkey Ball, and it has been since I made my name SMB. But in any case, I stream very frequently because graduate school is not going to pay itself. I'm very passionate about doing these things, especially for charity and things like that. But before I get on a big soapbox, go ahead and if you really enjoy, just follow me, peassmb. That's all my socials. And thank you all so much for watching. Arigato-san to the Japanese restream. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a good day. Enjoy the rest of this marathon. Get those donations in.
Awesome job.